We should be live right now on the Readings with Ken's Mentees. And today we have Lindsay Riley here. Say hi, hi, hi. And
Hello.
she's just going to go ahead and do some sharing as we introduce everything. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of tell what's this about. So, welcome. My name is Ken Lewicki of channelinginc.com. What I do for a living is I train people how to channel their spirit guides and angels and sprites, fairies, dragons, anything and everything you could possibly imagine. Go to my website, channelinginc.com, to go ahead and see that and see what I have to offer. It's going to be tons of fun. So, every once in a while, what I like to do, so I have basically where I have introductory classes like intro channeling. I have channeling level 1, channeling level 2, channeling level 3, all certification programs. They're 4 weekend certifications, so you actually get a certificate at the end of them. And then after that, then I have what's called my 6-month strategic channeling program, where my graduates of level 3 we do like a 6 months where we meet once a month, every month for one-on-one over a 6-month period. And then after that, I have my mastermind group, and that's where the people who've completed all that, we can do some super advanced channeling and spiritual stuff and all sorts of cool stuff like this. And so what I like to do to give back to the community, to just bless the world with my heart and what I do for a living, my main goal is to make this world a better place by teaching people how to channel. So I like to give back by having one of my students every once in a while come on and give free readings to people. So that's what we're going to do this evening. The way that it works, if you're watching right now, there should be a Zoom link there. So click on that Zoom link, then you'll go into the waiting room. Do not leave the waiting room, wait there. And what we're going to be doing is trying to get to as many people as we can over this 1 hour. So it is 1 hour, so make sure you get in right away. If you see that Zoom link, click it, go into the waiting room. You'll get a free reading from Lindsay. And what I'm going to be doing, and if you see me kind of silent a lot, it's not because I'm not doing anything. It's actually what I'm doing is I'm hosting the show, so I'm going to be moderating, and it is a first come first serve basis. So I'm going to be writing down, who's going to be coming in first, and I'm not going to, pick favorites, anything like that. It's just first come first serve. So if you think, oh, didn't he ignored me? No, I didn't. It's first come first serve. So. And then Lindsay's going to be doing the reading with you, and I will be in more of a supportive role. So I will be here to support Lindsay and basically add and kind of contribute once in a while, but it'll be mostly hers, just because it's a great way to give back, right? So Lindsay, just real quick before we start, tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I have 3 kids, and I am an energy healer, spirit guide reader. I do one-on-one sessions for energy readings and healings and spirit guide readings. It's really beautiful because I say I'm just the messenger, and I cater your session basically to, which I learned from Ken, catered it basically to whatever your spirit guides feel is right for you right now. And it's been really great. And I feel so energetic, so fulfilled, so purpose filled, and just being able to give back and really touch people and heal people with what they want to hear. I always tell people, no need to be scared. Your spirit guides are extremely respectful, and they will never say anything that you don't want me to know or the Facebook Live group here to know at all. So there's no worries. If you're feeling a little nervous, just pop right on. Just wanted to give a little shout out to the Oilers here, and just give a little caveat that if you are a Calgary Flames fan, I still will give you a reading.
All right, awesome. And so Lindsay, if people wanted to get a hold of you, how would they go about doing this?
Yeah, I have my website is lindsayreiling.com, but probably the easiest way to get a hold of me is here on Facebook or Instagram at Lindsay the Grateful, or you can email me, lindsaythegrateful@gmail.com, nice and easy. And I'm open to any questions, any thoughts that you have, any ideas, or any inquiries that you want to do, just let me know. And I post weekly videos called Woo Woo Wednesday, where I just choose a topic and talk about a spiritual topic for a little bit. And then I'll also do what I call Spirit Speaks, which I channel messages from Spirit and just whatever comes through for that day. And if you catch one of those, then you're meant to hear the message in the video. So I do those as well, just to give back and kind of give a little idea of what I do as well. So
Awesome.
And I'm really a big proponent of just normalizing spirituality, normalizing all this stuff. I understand it can seem weird and odd, and maybe you haven't heard much about it, but it really has been so helpful in healing to so many people around the world.
Yeah.
And I've experienced it myself.
Awesome. And so there you go. You have it. You know how to get a hold of Lindsay, and you know how to get a hold of me through my channelinginc.com website. And I'm all over social media. So any of the social media sites, you just look up my name, first name, last name, and you'll find me everywhere. Let's start with our first caller. So like I said, we have it in the order of people who've come in. So keep going to the Zoom room. If you're seeing this right now, there's a Zoom link there, and we'll see how many people we can get to the next hour. All right, let's start off with our first guest. And we'll see when she comes in. There she is. Hello, Barb. Barb, are you there? So we'll see if Barb can hear us. And I will send her a quick chat. Let's see. Barb, can you share your screen? See if she can hear us. And if she can't, we'll just go to the next attendee here.
Barb, can you hear us?
All right.
I can see this on button.
So I'm going to move on to our next one, and we'll see here if Barb comes in. But I'll leave her here for a little bit until we get our next caller to come on in. All right, Stacy.
Stacy.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Welcome. So I'm gonna let Lindsay take over, and I'll be moderating. You two go ahead, and I will be here.
Sounds good. So Stacy, you can either ask a question or I can just see what comes through for you.
Whatever's for my highest good. Whatever it will
Love
be.
it. Love it. What I usually do, and anyone who's coming on to, is I usually just say, do a quick permission guidance for me. So what I mean by that is just quickly in your head, just take a deep breath and just say, I give Lindsay permission for whatever messages come through. And it just kind of helps to open our mind and hearts.
I give Lindsay permission for whatever guidance comes through.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right, let's see. First thing that just came in was I just heard guidance, guidance, guidance. And it's just seeking guidance. So let me just get a little bit more clarity on what they mean by that. So it's feeling like you're looking for guidance. You're wanting to see where on the path you're going right now. So you're kind of maybe at a certain point where you just want to sort of move along in your path, and you're just going like, hey, I want to see where I'm supposed to go. I want to kind of I want to see the guidance. I want to see and hear and try and where am I going from here? Okay, and I'm feeling like a push. So when I say that, I mean that you're pushing for the outcome or for answers or pushing for that guidance energetically. So what I'm getting from that is that, and what they're suggesting is that when you're looking for this guidance, instead of looking and searching and seeking and kind of always kind of on the lookout, It's more of just taking a breath and just kind of going, okay, I'm just going to see what comes to me. I'm going to just be open for whatever, and I'm going to just kind of sort of set it and forget it. So you have the intention of, okay, I want to see what guidance is coming through. I want more information for my path or where I should go. But it's almost like there's a bit of a block or resistance there that's almost preventing you from seeing it because you want it to happen so much. And I can say that it happens to the best of us. We all do this at some point in our lives, for sure. You're not alone. So it's just kind of a take a step back, and then it almost gives you more clarity once that happens, because we take the pressure off. We take the pressure off ourselves, our energy, our kind of world around us, if you will.
Do you, Stacy, do you know which area of your life that Lindsay's referring to, your guides are referring to?
Probably just following this path, right, of developing my own tools and skills and gifts down that path. And, I mean, I play with a lot of crystals. I kind of dabble with my oracle cards, but I'm not really as focused into one area or modality. I think I work with energy really, really well, but I'm not getting the complete connection and ease and flow that I'd like.
Yeah. What I keep getting, it's funny you said that, because I kept getting career kept coming up, and occupation, like stuff like that. And there's the other big component of it is like, yeah, you want to do this. It's the taking the action part and doing action part behind it. And I do agree with what Lindsay was saying, like relax into it and at the same time take action. Like it's kind of both. I know it seems contradictory, but you can do both.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Well, welcome. I'm so glad you could join us this evening. Like, thank you for letting Lindsay give you a reading.
No, thank you both for inviting me in and allowing me to receive such a gift.
You're welcome.
Bless. Thank you, and have a wonderful night.
You're welcome.
I know
Thank
you
you.
have many in the queue, so.
Have a wonderful evening, Stacy.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Well, that was fun. I will. What did I do here? Allison. Okay. All right. Allison, can you hear us? Can you unmute yourself? Can you show your screen? Allison. Oh, there you go. Hi, Allison. Just show your video, please. There. Yay.
Hello.
Can you hear us? No, we can't hear. We can't hear you. No.
I thought we did for a second, and then maybe that was just us.
I think it was just us. Yeah. We still can't hear you. No. There has to be a way so we can hear you.
Yeah.
Do you want to try just on your?
Can you hear me now?
Yay!
Okay.
So can you mute your computer? You want to try just on your?
Can you hear me now?
It's like so can you mute your? It's like a weird time zone thing.
Okay.
No, that's better.
There we go. That's
welcome,
better.
Allison. So I will let Lindsay go ahead and take over here.
Okay.
Nice to see you, Allison.
Nice to see you too, Lindsay. I'm just gonna get myself plugged in here so my battery doesn't die.
Yes, that wouldn't be good. Would you like to see what comes in for you, or did you have a particular question?
I just want to see what comes in for me today.
Perfect. Love it. Okay. And like we did, Allison has been on a session with me before. And so like we did before, just quickly give me permission. I know your guides are very forthcoming, but I just always like to start it on that.
You actually have permission. You can jump right into it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're good to go. Let's jump right into it. Who wants to come through for Allison?
All right. So I'm feeling, when I just tuned in, it was just, I feel just love and open heart is what I'm feeling. So let me just get a little bit more clarity. They always start with a little quick message and then we get in. I feel joyful, fun, laughter. I feel like there's been steps that you've been taking to purposefully have more joy, have more fun. And they're just kind of going like, yay, keep going. Like those little breadcrumbs of joy, of feeling, of energy, of those things that feel light to you have been a noticeable difference for you. I could even like, because we just saw each other not too long ago, I could even see it on your face just coming in, but they're really validating that continue on that, and that I'm just seeing a snowball, like it's just going and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger in the best way. So it's just baby steps. You're keep going. You're on the right path. You're doing a really great job. They want to applaud you, and they're saying, don't be too hard on yourself when you might take a dip and then come back out. They're just those dips keep getting smaller and smaller. So instead of going whoa like this, it's more of like more of a kiddie ride instead of the instead of the big crazy rides. So that's a good thing. But when you go and you dip, just as much compassion as you can for yourself. And they're saying laughter and joy. So kind of it's just having some levity, having some humor for yourself, and just going like, oh, geez, look what I did there. Oh, I screwed up a little bit, but oh, good. I'm back on it again. And just not staying in that too long. Okay. So they're saying that you're just doing a really good job of that, and to continue doing that. And like they said, snowball, snowball, snowball in little baby steps.
Okay.
Do you want to add anything, Ken? Or...
Yeah, do you know what she's talking about, Allison?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because the two things that keep coming to me are with relationships for sure. Like there's some relationships that you're having right now that are really more serious than they need to be. Like there can be some lightness in it, adding some lightness and fun. Like just it's too serious, some of them. I don't know.
Okay. And
the other one I'm getting is also the also career too, like job. Like it's again, that's another place. So your guide that's coming in is super playful. Like he's like really just like wants to add more, like let your hair down a bit more and be a bit more spontaneous and spontaneity and just like kind of goofy, silly once in a while. Because it's going to help with your overall healing and overall just journey in this life, making it smoother, easier.
Okay, that resonates.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you been getting comments? I just heard like people around you, like noticing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
noticing a change in you.
After my first reading with you, I did get a lot of comments that I seemed a lot lighter and happier.
Yay, awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
not a lot of people not a lot of people know this, but they think like, oh, healing has to be all serious. And don't get me wrong, there is a lot of that I do and all that, but there's another part of healing that a lot of people don't take into account. Another way to do it is actually through like laughter and fun and joy and play and all these other ways, which is the reason why my slogan is spirituality is meant to be fun. Because if we can have, like I said, don't get me wrong, there are some serious times, but if the majority of the time we can have fun and play, it's actually really healing. And the example of this is like when they do therapy sessions, or when they help people in hospitals that are recovering. And what they'll do is they'll have, like, comedians or clowns or whatever come in for the patients. And the ones that do attend those actually do have quicker recovery rates than the ones that don't, because it's like healing therapy or like laughter therapy. So that's what your fun guide right now, I call him your joyful guide. He's wanting you to have is more laughter, more fun in your life, and try to be intentional about adding more joy and fun in your life, because it is healing for you.
They were just saying blocks too, like lots of times laughter and humor can release blocks. We assume that releasing blocks has to be anger or crying or having an emotional breakdown of some sort, but you can release a lot with laughter. And just, how sometimes even in weird situations we start laughing, it's a way of releasing energy. So it doesn't always have to be so heavy. We can do it in a light way too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of what they're urging you to do, is just be open to that and just keep going with that.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I laugh at my own jokes, because no one else does. So I just laugh at my own. It's fun. Lindsay will laugh sometimes.
Somebody needs to laugh at your jokes.
Well, thank you very much, Allison, for joining us this evening.
I appreciate it.
Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.
All right. Hello, Tanya. Are you there? Hey, there she is. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yay! Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for signing in early, and you got in the queue right away, so congratulations. I'll let Lindsay go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Good job. Do you have any particular question, or would you like to just see what comes in?
See what comes in.
Beautiful. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, the first thing I heard right away was career and then opportunities. Let me get a little bit more info there. Okay, I'm seeing that there is an opportunity. I'm not sure if you're aware of it yet, or you might be, but they're saying there's a level of scariness there, where, like, on your part, where you might be a little bit fearful of taking the opportunity. Let me just see just get a little bit clearer on that. Okay, and they're just saying when this opportunity comes up, or if it's in your life right now, they're just saying you're gonna just have to move through that fear and look at it in a new perspective. So fear or nervousness can be the same chemical reaction in your body as excitement. So when you're going through something that you want to push through, you can say, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. This is great, I'm so excited. Even if you're like ready to pee your pants, scared, but you want to do it, you can almost kind of just move your mind and help yourself get through it by doing that, because they're wanting you to push through. They're saying there's two different learning things that are going to happen. The first learning thing for you is actually moving through that fear and just knowing that you're able to do that. And then the second learning opportunity, or second learning that you'll do, is that once you're in that opportunity, then there's some lessons there for you that will be great, that you need to overcome, or you need to learn in order to move on to the next phase. Are you still there? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I just don't know how I unmuted my face. I just see my little person on the side. I see you.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that you were still there. So if I was talking and you weren't hearing what I was saying, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So like I said, two learning opportunities. One is just to move through the fear and know that you can do this, and that you can, even when you're scared, you can help yourself break through your comfort zone. And then also you're learning something while you're in this opportunity that is going to then propel you to the next part of your life or career or whatever, but it's a lesson in there that they want you to learn as well. So it doesn't have to be the be all end all, this opportunity. It's kind of like it's a stepping stone, and then it'll continue on after that. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, but does it necessarily only have to do with career, or is it something to do like personal life?
Okay. I did just hear career, and I was feeling that, but okay. So the comfort zone fear part can relate to something personal as well. So just let me, before I just say maybe, I want to just double check here. Okay. So the first learning opportunity with moving through the comfort zone fear is going to help you and give you the strength and the confidence to do what you need to do when you're talking about the personal thing in your life that you were referring to. This first kind of moving through the comfort zone will then give you the confidence to do that on your personal level as well. Because you're like, I know I can do this. I know I can push through when I want, when something is scary, and I know I need to do it. I can push myself through, and I know that I can do this.
Yeah, well done, Lindsay. Tanya, for you, your male guide is really wanting you to focus on the career part that Lindsay was alluding to or referring to earlier, and that's the main priority. It's easy to get there. Don't get me wrong, there are other things going on in personal life, but this is your main guide's like, take care of this, and then we can get to the other things. Yeah, I do agree. So.
Yeah, and lots of times when something comes up in one area of our life, it's like it clears the path for everything else. So sometimes we just need to get through one, and then we can deal with another, and it just makes the other part a lot easier and makes sense once we move this past this first bit.
Yeah, and he's agreeing. Your male spirit guide is agreeing with this. So, thank you, Tanya. Thank you for calling in this evening.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on.
You have a wonderful evening.
You too. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Bye.
All right, let's see who's next. Good work, Lindsay. Yeah, it was. Her guide was really adamant.
Like super clear, like just like to the point.
Yeah, and her guide. So just so some people know, Petra, are you there? Can you unmute yourself and show your video? Just so some people know, is being a spirit guide in the astral realm, like for souls, it's not always easy. Like it's pretty tough, and they have to go through a lot of intensive training, like the souls that become spirit guides. And so some of them, they're still learning. Well, they're all learning all the time, but some of them are better at it than others because they're just in different stages of their evolution with learning to be a spirit guide. But this guide, the male guide, he's really clear. He's really easy to communicate with in this case. So yeah, that was really cool. Welcome, Petra. Welcome.
Hi. How are y'all this evening?
Yay.
Yay.
Petra is currently taking my channeling certification workshops, and thank you for.
Cool.
Yeah. So you just completed which level again, Petra?
2.
Yeah, level 2. So that's the pretty advanced level, and she's actually
I'm gonna let y'all just talk though.
Yeah. So I'll let Lindsay go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. So no questions, just see what comes through?
Just see what comes through.
Beautiful. Okay, first thing that came through for me was it just said gifts, and blocking. So let me just dive in a little bit more. Okay, I'm hearing gift, block. Gift, block. So okay, so I'm feeling that it's like a certain gift will come through to you, certain spiritual gifts that you have, and things are coming as you're learning and everything. And then you have a tendency to be like, oh, no, like whether it's an energetic thing where it's almost like you don't trust it maybe fully yet. And so it kind of like blocks it. And then you kind of work through that a little bit, and then you're like, ooh, this, and ooh, this, and then it's kind of like, it's almost like you're doing it kind of to yourself. Well, yes, you are doing it to yourself, but it's not. They're not saying it's a bad thing at all. It's just they want you to be aware of what your where your energy is and when that's changing and when you are blocking it. They're wanting you to just be aware of that when you're in that state and just to open up and just to really. I'm hearing surrender and just sort of feel what that feels like. I'm hearing vulnerable, and that maybe it's hard for you to really truly be vulnerable in that way and really fully surrender. And that can be scary because it's like, what is going to come in? What is going to happen if I fully just open up? Like, am I going to get struck down or or whatever is happening? And that's it. It is a process that you're going through, but they just want you to baby step first. Just be aware when you are blocking yourself. And when you kind of have a stall, just be like, oh, I feel like I'm kind of blocking myself now. Having compassion for yourself and being like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, I kind of feel like I'm blocking. All right, I wonder where that could be coming from. And then maybe just kind of explore that in yourself a little bit. Just kind of take a little bit of a dive for yourself. And being that you're learning channeling, you can ask your guides to help you with this as well. And they're encouraging you to let them help you through this process. Because when you acknowledge it and then you go, hey, can I have some help with this? I kind of see that I'm blocking this. Can I get some guidance on this? Can you help me with something that can just open me up right now? Or is there something I can do? Or that kind of thing. So awareness is huge.
Does this make sense, Petra?
Moving forward for yourself.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I'm like, and she like, I think a lot of people out there can relate to this, but I am like it is very specific to you. So it's not a general, reading for any, like this is very specific to you. What came up for me at the very, very beginning is like Lindsay's bang on where it's like two steps forward and then it kind of like hit a sort of a wall and then two steps forward and then kind of hit a block or whatever. And it's like what they're wanting you to do. So your male guide was the first one that came in, but then your female guide. So actually there's two guides right now that are kind of double teaming right now. And she's wanting you to kind of, well, both of them, they're wanting you to be into like, just flow through it. So instead of like start, stop, stop, it's like start. Oh, I feel some, and then you just kind of flow through it. And then go, okay, and then start. Oh, there's comes another one, and then through it. So it's like a flowing kind of motion rather than a complete stop.
Yeah, and I think you guys are, it's pertaining to doing the readings too, because that's been happening while I'm doing the readings. I find myself like, and it's like I hit a brick, sometimes.
Right. And it's self-imposed.
It's more me. I'm second guessing whether it's coming from my head or who's, But then, go ahead.
Yeah, from personal experience, just what is the term? Verbal diarrhea. Just when you're starting out doing that reading, whatever's coming up, just get it all out. Doesn't matter if it makes sense. Don't worry about it. Just get it all out. It'll work itself out. But the more that you just trust with that, and just instead of like, I'm going to keep that to myself. Okay, yeah, this one maybe could, and then letting it go through. Just let everything come out, especially at the starting. And some of it will come from your ego and your mind, and some will be, channeling and everything. And then eventually that will weed itself out. It's just being trusting of yourself and vulnerable to just let that all out. And when you're practicing, you can, kind of preface it with your clients and with the people you're practicing with. Just say, look, this is what I'm working through right now. Take what resonates, what doesn't. That was obviously just my ego. Just put that aside. Doesn't matter. And, take what resonates, because if it resonates for you, that was the message for you. And then because then it's not about you really, right? Like it's just about who you're serving and who you're.
Yeah, the messages are coming in. The messages are coming in very quickly when they do. Like you said, they just kind of like, they come in, but then it's like going back, because they'll go, well, what's the J? instead of stopping there and me asking, okay, what's the J?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like all this information is starting to come in when it opens up, especially when their guides are like, hey, somebody's talking to me finally.
And this is
what I mean?
this is what's great about having someone like Lindsay or like my mentees on this show is they've gone the road ahead, like they're just a little bit further down the journey, so they've gone through it. Like Lindsay was saying, like I've gone through this and I know what it's like. I can totally relate, and here's things that help me during those ED positions. Yeah,
okay. I'll let it flow then.
Let it flow, girl.
All right.
Yeah.
and lots of practice, right? And have fun with it. Keep it light. Yeah. You're welcome, Petra, and we will see you in level 3. Congratulations for completing level 2, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
See you.
Have a great night.
Yeah.
All right. We are adding our new one. This is just so fun. This is great.
It is.
Yeah. So if any of you are watching out there, if you see the Zoom link there, just click on the Zoom link and then that will put you into the waiting room. Make sure you stay in the waiting room. Do not leave the waiting room. And then what we'll do is if we have time, we'll try to get to as many people as possible. And also, so for future reference that whenever we do these readings with Ken's mentees, to log in early, make sure that you come in and you click the Zoom link so you can be in the waiting room because it's first come, first serve. Hi, Christy. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. Question or just whatever comes?
Well, I kind of have a question. I was wondering what my guides may have for me as far as my my mediumship development.
Okay. Okay, so when I asked really quickly, they said the first thing I heard was, yes, it's there, meaning that the ability is there, but they want you to take some other courses before the really diving into the mediumship part of it. Let me just get a little bit more info. Yeah, they're saying like foundation, like there's some maybe courses or maybe just some personal growth development things for yourself that they want you to go through first before really going into that. So they're saying if you could go straight into the mediumship because you love it and you want to get into it and it's fascinating and everything, but it's going to be easier and it's going to flow and it won't be as hard for you to open up to that if you kind of lay a foundation first. So,
are you doing anything right now, Christy, with mediumship or reading stuff like that?
Yes.
And how's like what's the frequency? How's that going? Like is it once a month? Is it more, or like what is it?
Maybe twice a month.
Yeah. So Lindsay's correct. Like I keep getting the reason why you're struggling so much is because you're trying to you flounder your way on your own to try to fumble your way through it. Like, and I know how difficult that is. That's the reason I developed all my curriculum in that. And so some foundational kind of courses will help to increase. Like I keep getting, like you're actually super strong and talented. And you just need your skills developed in a like more of a structured setting than a kind of willy nilly kind of random sort of floundering away like this that. And I'm not like it's not that is a way you can do it if you want to, but they just suggesting like if you want suggestions, yeah, I do agree with Lindsay. So taking something a bit more formal that'll kind of get you up that learning curve quicker.
Yeah, I saw like they're saying you kind of don't want to hear that, but you kind of almost have to take one step back in order to springboard.
Yeah,
like it's not going to be where you have to like go way back and
no.
then slog your way through whatever. It's like you just take a quick like, okay, let's get this, and then woof, then it's like springboard, like one of those vaults or whatever in gymnastics. Like that's kind of what I saw, and it's just like you just got to take the step back to lay the groundwork in order to jump forward. And because they feel your resistance when we were talking about just taking that step back or just kind of laying the foundation. But it's just going to flow a lot easier for you doing it this way instead of push, because then it'll just be it's just going to be harder and not flow as easy if you just continue on right now. Just take a quick kind of assessment, like, okay, where do I need to take a step back? Where do I need to lay the foundation? And then once that's set, like, watch out, you're good to go.
Yeah, I keep getting like you're trying to almost like skip steps or gloss over them. And I do agree, like the getting more of the foundational stuff would really help to kind of skyrocket your skills, because I keep getting you are really talented. You do have some pretty mad skills. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
You know, if I was trying to do this the springboard in the gymnastics, I'd end up in those square foamy things. I'd all like
that always seems so dirty and like nasty. You can't like crawl your way out. Like big foam pits are always like.
Yeah, but I mean, like at those kids play places where you go on those balls. I'm not going to mention any brand names, but you know what I'm talking about, where you go in like, yeah, they're pretty gross in there, but yeah, it's pretty fun. Hi Debbie, are you there? Debbie, can you unmute yourself, say hi? Let me see if I can message her. There. Hi Debbie, can you just show your video?
I think I'm getting on here. Just a moment.
Yeah, just need you to show video and we're ready to go. Yeah, I know. I like gymnastics, those big square things. Yeah, they probably are pretty gross in there for all of us neat like OCD people. Be like germaphobes like me.
When my kids were little, like I had to go in and like save them because they couldn't get out. And then it's like, then I get them out and then I couldn't get myself out. I'm like, how do you do this? And like you're losing socks and like it just peels your socks right off when you're in there.
Yeah, I think I lose a sock. Yeah, I think the people who design it make it that way, so they're like, okay, they can get in, like just like the Hotel California. You know, you can get in, but you can't get out.
Yeah.
Debbie, are you able to show your video? Just there should be if you click somewhere, there should be a video icon that you click on and kind of.
Yeah, usually bottom left, I think.
Yeah, depending on what device you're using. But there should be somewhere there where you can show your video.
It's not showing.
Well, you did. So you did share your sound. So it should be close to this where you shared the sound. It should be something that looks like a video camera icon.
I see it here, and I'm tapping on it, and it's not allowing me to. Oh, wait a minute.
All right. So, Debbie, if what kind of are you? Do you have a question, or what kind of message would you like to come through? Do you have a specific question, or would you like a spirit guide reading or something else?
Spirit guide meeting, please.
Okay, so whatever's coming through. All right.
All right. Okay, I'm hearing encouragement, encourager. I see you as a real sort of champion, cheerleader for a lot of other people around you. But I'm feeling like you may not get a lot of that back, or you may have a wall to receiving that same love and encouragement back. It might be harder for you to receive that. A lot of times, what happens with givers, when we're really generous givers and we're giving our energy and we're giving our love and we're doing for other people, it can be very difficult for us to take that back in and actually receive that for ourselves. So they're wanting you to kind of switch that around and be, first of all, learn to be a cheerleader for yourself, and then also to open up and let other people champion you, let other people encourage you, be cheerleaders for you. Does that resonate with you, Debbie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm, let's see, one sec here. Yeah, I'm seeing you just you give a lot of energy to other people, and it's very scary for you to receive. I just keep feeling that, like the to open yourself up. You would rather give to other people than be on the receiving end. It's uncomfortable for you, but they really want you to work on maybe just starting with one friend or one trusted person in your life who you can really just open up to about what's going on with you and how you're feeling, and let them receive from you. Like, let them just hold space for you and just hear you out and give you time and space, because you deserve all of what you're giving to others. You deserve that in spades back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. And it can just start with the littlest thing, and just find those moments where you can be proud of yourself and cheer yourself on. It can be for the tiniest little thing. It doesn't have to be for these. Often we wait for these huge, big milestones in order to be proud of ourselves, in order to cheer ourselves on and be like, yeah, I did that. But start with the little things. Start with just the day to day, like, hey, I got up without an alarm today. Woohoo! Or like, I made a healthy choice for myself today. Yeah, way to go. That's awesome. You know what? I took a nap and listened to my body when I needed to have a nap and rest. And I listened to my body and I did that. Awesome. Way to go. Or I opened up to somebody just for a little bit, instead of saying, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. You said, you know what? I feel kind of crappy today. I just kind of feel off. Like, just being honest with that, and then go away and be like, hey, good for me. I was really honest with myself. I was honest and I opened up a little bit. Way to go. So just starting with those little things could be, will slowly get the ball rolling for you as you go along, and can make it easier. You don't have to start with the big things right away.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much for coming on our show this evening. And we're really grateful to have you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too.
I can so relate to that. So there's two basically two types of people, that are ones that are really struggle at giving kind of, and then there's others, which I was one of these, like really really bad to the almost detriment, where I was really struggled with receiving. So I was like, I couldn't receive like compliments, I couldn't receive help, I couldn't receive anything, even gifts. I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. But then I learned in my life skills coaching program that no, when someone's giving you a gift, whether it's a compliment or a physical gift, or asking, like trying to give you help, to just breathe it in and really accept it and receive it, and just be like, I received that message.
Or not apologize for taking up space.
Yeah. And I'm really receiving and welcoming, being blessed by Graham's presence tonight. Welcome, Graham.
Hi.
Woo woo. Great to have you, man.
Hi.
Welcome.
I remember, like, I don't know if it was a year or two ago, we were the reverse.
Oh, yeah.
And you were giving me a reading on one of
I totally forgot about that.
That was the first one we did.
Yeah, Graham was on my first one.
I'm pretty sure it was like prime COVID time when that happened.
Yeah.
That's when he had long hair and he looked cool like me, but I don't know what kind of. It's still up in the air. He still looks so handsome.
Changing up.
He's put more hair here and less up there. That's it. Welcome, Graham. What would you like this evening? Besides a pass to Canada, where he's coming to my Spirituality is Fun Expo in Canmore, so I'm so excited about that.
That's awesome.
What would you like this evening? Reading or? By the way, if anyone's watching, I do a whole bunch of really cool things like the Ask Ken show and channeling. So I do more than just trainings on workshops. I do lots of cool stuff. So check out my website, channelinginc.com. So what would you like tonight, Graham? Let's go with you.
I think just general guidance, and also maybe a little bit about guidance on like binge eating.
Oh,
Which of the two would you like? Pick one.
Let's do binge eating.
Okay, I was gonna say, why don't we just let them decide?
That works too, because yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's first thing I heard was it's not about the eating at all, which I mean is very common. But let's go into that a little bit more. Okay, I'm feeling and hearing that it's so the binge eating is a way for you to block what's coming to you. So as soon as something seems a little bit like, ooh, then it's like even if it's exciting, even when it's a positive thing, even when it's like your career is starting to take off and something's happening, it's like you have this, it's like a emotional reaction just to that because you're not sure how to handle all the good because something might happen because there's so much good happening that it's like, it's scary. So lots of people think that it just centers around negative things, and it can as well, but even when the positive things are happening, it's just like a flood of when there's a lot of emotion and a lot of energy. And they're saying, I recently was learning this technique, and it's called running your energy. And they're saying it's almost like it's like flushing your energy out. So it's like bringing energy in and flushing it out at the same time, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So they're wanting you to learn how to do that and replace that, doing something energy work with that instead of the eating. So what you can do when this emotion comes up and you're like, ugh, and you're feeling it, just there's always a pause. So there's always, even if it's just a second, there's a pause in between this is happening and when the action of binge eating starts. So you need to really harness that pause in there between the feelings and that. So running your energy, it's like when you have a grounding cord right into the ground. Picture all the grounding energy coming up, and it's almost like it comes right up to your root chakra and it's filling you up, and then whatever is going, not going, then it's like flushing. It's like I look at it like a plumbing pipe that's kind of like a U. So it's like coming in and just flushing it all out, like good cold and cleanse. It's going in and out, flushing, bringing in all the good grounding solid energy, but flushing out what you don't need. And then also with the guy who was learning it from Jeffrey Allen, says cosmic energy, but universal energy, whatever you want to call it. Just bringing it in through your crown chakra, running it down the back of your spine to your root chakra, and then back up and up. So you're kind of doing like two different pipes, like a grounding pipe down there and a cosmic pipe up here, and you're just flushing that up. And it can really give you a surge of energy and help you just regulate when those really strong feelings are coming. And then it's just about harnessing that pause. So just trying to be mindful that there is a little opportunity before the binge eating starts where you can take control of this and empower yourself in that pause to flush out your energy and just bring in all of that goodness.
Change paths.
And it will just really help you to regulate yourself and those feelings when they come up. And then you'll be like, oh, actually that feeling's not as strong anymore. Actually, I think I think I'm good now. And it won't be as strong, or like where you feel out of control and you can't stop, right?
Does this make sense, Graham?
Yeah, like bring it in and send it out.
And more about that she said something really important, which is when you get that urge and then there's that gap, there's that space in between. That's where your male primary guide, your one, the direct one, we'll call him that. That's where you know who we're talking about. Graham does lots. We do lots of one-on-ones together, and he's like, no, but like really, before you make that decision, just feel into, oh, where am I? Where do I want to go? And then that's when you can implement what Lindsay's getting from your direct guide. You're about do the energy transfer thing instead. So basically, the question is, what could I do instead?
Yeah, it's like where you're rewiring your brain. It's like a pattern interrupt.
That's right.
So instead of just going straight to the action, it's like we're going to interrupt it with a healthy action. And then after you do this, then it actually rewires your brain with like neuroplasticity and all of that good stuff, where it can actually make new connections for you, where it's going to be like, let's unplug that binge eating one. We don't need that one anymore because this one is going to take its place instead.
Okay, so I would like to get to one more caller, if that's cool. Does this make sense, Graham?
Thank you so much for coming on, Graham.
Yeah, it does. I like it. Thank you, guys.
How cool is this, though, to have it like where the roles are switched? This is like, it's so magical.
I remember that now.
I do too, yeah. Yeah. Have a wonderful evening, Graham, and we'll give you time to take some notes when we close down this call, and we are going to get to our next caller. So thank you for coming on, Graham.
Thanks, guys.
Have a wonderful evening. Hi, Clara. Can you unmute yourself or show you?
Connecting to audio.
Yeah, click the sound button. Can you hear us?
Oh, hi.
There you are. Yay!
There we go.
How's it going?
Welcome.
Hey, I didn't think I was going to get through.
Yeah, Claire is also one of my students. Welcome.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
What would you like?
Do you have a specific question, or would you just like to see what guidance comes in?
What comes in?
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Okay, first thing that I heard was clear seeing, clear knowing. So let me kind of continue on with that, see what they're talking about there. Okay, it's feeling like they want you really to develop those. So your clear seeing, like your clairvoyance, and your clear knowing, just like your clairsentience. And it's really about trust for you and just believing that you have those gifts. And they're just confirming for you, yes, Clara, you do. You don't need to keep questioning it. It's there. They're really wanting you to really just, and they're saying start with those, and because they're saying it's like I get a feeling of you just want to know all the things, and you just want to have all the knowledge of all the things like yesterday.
I'm a sponge. I want to absorb it all.
Yes.
I just take it all in, right? So it's all angles.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah, and so sometimes when we're in that space, which is such a beautiful space to be in, of a sponge and taking it all in, there's still a point where we just kind of need to narrow the focus for a little bit in order to really be as effective as possible in our learning and in our growth. So they're saying start with the clairvoyance, the clairsentience, do different activities and things. They're saying you can Google like clairvoyance and some different cool activities, or you probably learned from Ken lots of different activities that you can to develop. Those two particular ones is what they're wanting you to start with as of now, and just maybe a few times a day, just do those little things that help you develop in that way. And then they'll say, they said, ask for guidance after that on what the next step is. I'm seeing like they're wanting to put you on a bit of a structured path of sorts.
Like structure.
They're kind of saying so that you don't get too scattered, because I feel like there's a certain point that they want you to get to at a certain amount of time, and so they're saying, okay, let's focus here. Okay, yeah, all right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, and here we go. And so just kind of tuning into them as well when maybe if you are at a loss or you're kind of stuck, just look to them for guidance and look to what they're providing you with for what those next steps would be. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, it does. I like structure too, because it helps me narrow down as opposed to going all out there and trying to. It's like my interest goes to everything. And like, what do I want? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Like everything interests me. But yeah, I like
totally. Yeah,
like structure.
Exactly. And then instead of knowing like a little bit about everything, we know some things really well. And then that will set us up for the next thing that we'll know really well, instead of just like a little bit of everything where it doesn't really kind of move us forward. It just kind of keeps us in a safe little center. And they're saying they want you to move forward. You can move forward. So like, let's start with these.
So no more jack of all trades.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't be a jack of all trades.
They're saying for now.
That you can.
For now.
Yeah, exactly. But they're just saying, let's start this way.
Start focusing or something. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And then it'll, like, they're kind of saying the path will open up to where you'll be like, oh, okay. After doing some different things from their guidance, then you'll get to a point where you'll be like, oh, okay, this is where I really want to go. Right. This is what this is what's for me. It'll give you more clarity down the line doing it this way.
So it's kind of like what they do in elementary, kind of grade school, where what they do is
right.
with the children, they'll just have them do this same thing over and over, actually for several years. Like, how do I write the letter S, or mathematics, the 2 + 3 = 5, and you're doing those fundamentals, and then eventually the fundamentals will eventually get to a bit more like advanced, where you multiplications, 3 × 5 is 15, and you're still learning those foundational stuff, but they'll do that for years. And it's not that your male guide's not saying you have to take years to do it, but just to take a bit of time right now to really what was the word you called? Routine? Like a bit of a routine structure. Right now. Yeah, structure, and build a routine right now where you get those foundational things, like where you practice a little bit every day on the foundational things. And then I keep getting like your curve is going to go like exponential, not linear, but like exponential, because you're taking the time now to master the foundational kind of clairs. And then that'll set you up for those amazing opportunities in the future. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That's good. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Clara.
Thank you. I didn't think I was going to get it. And I was like, you know what? I'll come back. And if it happens, it happens. Fantastic. If not, I got to listen to other people. So thank you so much, guys. Yes.
Have a wonderful evening. And spirituality is meant to be fun. So have fun while you're playing with it too.
Yes. Yes. Oh, amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you, Ken. Take care, guys.
Have a great evening.
Thank you. Take care. Night.
Good night.
Well, Lindsay, I have to say, you knocked that out of the ballpark. That was amazing. How are you feeling?
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many times when you'll hear spiritual teachers saying like, "Oh, you'll be exhausted after doing this work and stuff." And for me, it's the opposite. Yeah. I get like so revved up and energized that I'm just like, it fills my tank. It just fills me up that I just feel so good and so like high vibrational after I do this kind of work. And
why is Lindsay levitating?
Yeah. That's sweet. Now I gotta focus my energy and put it on the Oilers so that they can win. I may or may not take credit for Game 7 win, because I was at the game and I was doing energy work on Karmic David and on the team. Just
nice. So this is Lindsay hit it bang on too. Like spirituality can be fun, it can be uplifting, it can be energizing, and that's the way I try to make it. Like I try to teach, I try to do my workshops, I try to do everything that I do to do with spirituality in general. I try to keep it upbeat and lift fun, because I don't know about you, but the world needs more of this, and I find it for the people that may not be into spirituality or are kind of like dabbling or unsure, like uncertain and all that, when they see people like us having fun with it and that's cool, it's energizing and it's all that, then they're attracted to this. So for any of you watching, make sure to tune into the next Readings with Ken's Mentees, where you can get free readings. And then I also have like the Ask Ken show and all sorts of other events going on. And yeah, it's just such a fun, joyous time to being able to explore this stuff openly with the public and the masses and making this world a better place. So thank you, Lindsay, for being a part of all this.
Thank you so much for including me in it. I had a great time. This is awesome.
And for any of you that are watching this, make sure if you resonate with anything that Lindsay, like just her energy or anything like that, please do reach out to her. If you resonate with me or anything like that, reach out to me, and don't be shy, and have a wonderful night, everyone.
Yes. Thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Okay.